Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. A day ago, Peter Obi was seen in the company of several PDP stakeholders, the likes of Wike, Governor of Rivers State, Samuel Otom of Benue State, Abia State Governor Okezie Bezu, the former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, and Tongs Wak. And I tell you, they did so much. And some people say that the blood of PDP is still in Peter Obi. How well can they trust him? And also, one of Nigerian social activists, which most people are calling a cash activist now, talking about Deji Adeyanju. Deji said, the person they say wants to save Nigeria from corrupt PDP and APC is always running to PDP folk, and he doesn't know they are just using him to cash a cruise. That's why I said the obedient are PDP leads. Good thing is February is almost here. That was what Adeyanju said. Several reactions followed afterward, but then Peter Obi support group has stepped up to finally speak over that power talk meeting, or let me say meeting of politicians from different walks of life. They've decided to react to it. And according to them, the PDP, oh sorry, the Peter Obi support network has held the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, for building bridges of understanding beyond partisan learning. Following his closed door meetings with some leaders of the People Democratic Party, PDP. Obi has met with some PDP leaders, including Governor Yeson Wike of Rivers State, Samuel Otom of Benue State, Okezie Bezu of Abia State, and other key stakeholders of the major opposition party. In a statement on Tuesday, the Director of Strategic Communication of the Labour Party presidential candidate Onsuanya Jones said that the visit was part of the step being taken by the former governor of Anambra State to redraw the political map of the country in line with the people's interests. According to the words of Jones, he said, I can confirm to you that there are key members of the PDP and the All Progressive Congress APC who are major supporters of the new Nigeria project as being piloted by Mr. Peter Obi. I will not give you names, but I can assure you that strategic discussions are ongoing among Nigerian patriots across party divides to rescue Nigeria from an imminent collapse, and there is already a consensus among every patriotic Nigerian that Peter Obi is the vehicle to actualize this goal. He added that Nigerians should not expect any quick conclusion to the ongoing consultations, as some of these discussions will continue until a few days to the elections. According to his statement, I read in part, he said Nigerians should be rest assured that all those who truly have the interest of the country at heart and really want her to be rescued from the grip of bad governance are uniting behind the Obi candidacy, and these people come from different political parties and regions of the country. Obi is redrawing the Nigerian political map around patriotism rather than partisanship. This is no time for political correctness, but a time for patriotic sacrifice for the survival of our country. And it is gladdening that Peter Obi is found worthy by many Nigerians to lead this peaceful revolution for the rebirth of our country. Quite interesting. But Nigerians are still very skeptical about all of this that is said. But come to think of it, you know that Peter Obi, first of all, is a politician, or was is first a trader, and secondly, he's a politician. And what he's doing right now, if you notice, he's trying to bring in that trader mindset into politics. And what does a trader do? Bilateral relationship. They love building bridges. They love going abroad. They don't make permanent enemies. Rarely you can see any true trader make permanent enemies. What matters a great deal, who align with my interests, they will co-opt you into it and fine tune it in such a way at the end of the day everyone will walk away as winners, smiling. Win-win situation is what traders love to get involved in. And I feel at this point, seeing that some of these people have staunch supporters and they have the vehicle to give him what he needs, to become successful in this election. He's trying to see how he can well up good relationships with them, to see how that can be possible. And right now, I would say that based on how politicians cannot be trusted, no one can really say of a truth that in future he will have to respect everything that they will be demanding from him. Because well, right now, what is most important is to see how power can be snatched from the hands of all politicians who are not ready to go. Don't forget that some time ago, when El Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, was talking about the issue of youth taking over from the old men who are still in power. He said that this is the time for the youth to take over. But guess what? That the adults, that's the old people, would never want to relinquish power rightly to them. So what is expected is for them to push. That's we youths have to push them out. And that pushing out is not something that can be done forcefully, but by strategic planning, by strategic reorientation, or let me say reorganization. You have to see how you can work with other people strategically to see how that can be done. Don't forget that when we talk about the likes of Tinubu, according to Fayose, has a structure worth 50 billion. And Atiku Abubakar also have a formidable structure, mostly in the northern part of the country. PDP is already a structure for him. So for you to be able to handle these two people, you need so much strategic thinking and strategic partnership that will be able to deliver something on your table. As much as we will say that he has so much support from Nigerians and all of that, but we still know that you cannot totally zero in on the issue of voting without some form of touches here and there. You cannot say Nigeria has a clean slate when it comes to the issue of voting. There will be no malpractice and all of that. It is not done. You still see some level of influence that state governors will exhibit during that period. They have so much power to remote control the INEC people. Am I supporting corruption? Absolutely no. But there's a lot of things called lobbying. There's something called lobbying and some other funny things when it comes to election period. You need to at least get some of the key people who are supporting your vision. You need to enter into a kind of partnership with them so that they can align with your dream and deliver what you really want. Nigerians, what we really want is to see how power can get to the right person who will at least take us from the dunghill that we have found ourselves. We are down, really down right now. We are not even at the foot of the mountain. We have dig inside. So right now we need someone who has capacity, to take us out of there. But that person also need to understand that he can't do or cannot win the election except by consensus, conspiring with others who wants to see a new front line, a new Nigeria for Nigerians. Those are the people you're going to be working with. So I think that's what Peter Obi is trying to do. But what's your position? Do you think that these guys just want to enjoy cruise with Peter Obi, or do you think they want to see how they can frustrate him leading Nigeria at the end of the? Let's interact in